26 days to turn bills into laws. Lawmakers have some big items left on their to-do list.
Those include cutting the state income tax. We could also see lawmakers seek new limits on the governor's pardon powers. And it's likely by the time the session ends, we'll see action on education.
The biggest priority for Republicans this session, though, is that state income tax cut. And just this afternoon, the Senate passed the legislation. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Frankfort with today's discussion about that. Our top story at 5:30.
Supporters say the cuts in the income tax highlight positive financial moves from Republicans.
And yet we shored those up. We met obligations that were left to us from previous generations.
The income tax rate was 6%. It's now 4%. And the bill calls for it to drop to 3.5% next January. It's because there's greater than 10% of state savings, and the state still has a hefty surplus.
It's their money, not ours. We think we know better what to do with their money than they do.
There was some concern aired today among those that voted no about President Trump's executive orders and the impact of tariffs on the bourbon industry and what that may all mean for the state's finances. Karen Berg was among 3 Democrats who voted against the cut.
This is a regressive taxation system. It hurts people who have the least the most.
But several Democrats did vote for it, including David Yates, but he cautions what the future may hold.
Because I don't want anyone at home to be fooled that in the event that we get to a zero income, that means there will be other increases in taxes, because you have to have taxes in order to run a system of government.
Bill passed 34-3 and now goes to the governor, who says he supports it. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And Republican legislative leaders say as long as future financial triggers are met, the goal is to still eventually do away with the entire individual state income tax.